I've seen the light through a modifier. Hey everyone, Greg Cazillo from Cazillo.com. Welcome to Keep Shooting Monday number 26. In a couple of days here in the United States, it is going to be July 4th, which is our Independence Day. And that's why I want all of you to help us celebrate here in the United States with photos posted over on the forum to show the patriotism that you have for your country. And of course, if you live here in the United States, to show that patriotism here in the United States. July 4th, show it off, get your photos posted up to the forum. Hopefully we'll get some really cool ones. I would really love to see some awesome fireworks photos, show some red, white, and blue, the flag, all that kind of stuff. Maybe military troops kind of thing, maybe firefighters, police, anything along those lines. I would love to see. Let's get them posted, maybe make a short picture story. There's only one photo posted at the time of recording this. So let's make this a really good one and the most popular one of the year. I am still a little bit under the weather, so still working on my voice here a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't crack too much on me. What else is going on this week? By the way, speaking of fireworks, I have a really cool fireworks video. You can click over to it here. Shows you how to photograph those fireworks and get some really good results. Take your tripod, take your wide lens, maybe even a medium lens, and get some really good results. Here's a video to show you how to do that. A couple things from Nikon this week. First is last week I mentioned the results that if you send your lens in a Nikon, I think it was the Taiwan Service Center, they will actually repaint your lens, but not only will they repaint it, they're actually restoring it to like almost original. And there's some photos posted over on Nikon Rumors via this link, and go over there. The photos, the results are like it's a brand new lens. In this particular case, they're showing it painted in white. I definitely would not want mine painted in white. I might take it in red, but probably not. I'd probably just go with black. I wouldn't want a white lens. Sorry, Canon guys. You can keep it. It's not my thing. I want a black lens. It's just my style. So anyway, so yeah, pretty cool. The depth that they're going to make sure that that lens is restored. It's less than 400 bucks. So that's actually not that bad to have almost a brand new lens. And so yeah, pretty neat. Something else, there's a new firmware for the Nikon D7100, and so you can check that out. Just a couple little bugs, some things that were fixed. One other thing I did want to mention, since today we're going to be talking about some lighting modifiers, is that over on DIY Photo, you can actually, they show you how to take a bunch of PVC for about $20 or $30 and build your own light modifier, your own big, huge scrim. You can call it a scrim, you can call it a reflector, you can do a lot of stuff with it. Basically, it's a big PVC frame that's like 6 or 7 feet tall, depending upon, or maybe it's only a couple feet wide if that's all the smaller you want to build it. And so it's a really neat little kit. Rather than spending like $350, I actually thought about building one of these for myself. And that's actually how I started. Way back in the day, I started with one of these. When we first, at Antonelli, when I was there, we started out with a single light and one of these kind of a scrims, and that was our softbox. We didn't use a real softbox. This is the way we went, and it's a great way to learn. Tonight at midnight is your last chance to get $5 off your I Create Photographs t-shirts. They have been on sale for a couple days. I had a lot of them go out. I said, you know what, let's run it for one more day because of Independence Day, summer sale. So enter summer. When you check out, put that promo code in, summer, S-U-M-M-E-R, go to Cazillo.com/T. That's the quickest way to get there. And so I actually had to buy myself a new one down to a 3X rather than a 4 because I lost some weight. And maybe by the end of the year, I'll be down to a 2X. That's the goal. Then I'll have to buy myself another new one. But you guys can get $5 off, but only till tonight at midnight. Are you still going to pay for a Flickr Pro? I don't see the need for it. I don't think so. I really don't. I don't need the storage because I don't upload big photos to there. I only upload 1,000 pixel images up to Flickr, and I don't see the need. I tried turning off my ad block software, and I don't even see the ads, quote unquote, that they show, so that they're supposed to not be there. Of course, logged out. I don't see it. I don't think that that I'm going to end up paying for Flickr Pro this year. That they're doubling the price to $40-some or $50, and I don't see the need anymore. You can still organize them in sets with the free, from what I can tell, from what I've read, and you can still now upload tons of photos. You have, what is it, a terabyte of space, I think it is. Plenty of space. Never going to use all that. Don't really care about the statistics. I care about the statistics on my website and other places a lot more than I do right on Flickr. So, yeah, I don't think so. I think I'm done with Flickr Pro.
Greg, can you expand a little bit on focusing when shooting sports with unpredictable movements? Soccer, basketball, etc. What settings do you prefer for that? I presume AFC with a dynamic or 3D area. Single point is really hard to keep on a subject in those situations. Any special techniques?
I'm not a fan at all of allowing the camera to choose my focus point. That's why a lot of the time I'll just stick with the dynamic mode or the single point. I don't like setting it on that top one on the D3 or D4 where it's at the very top. Let the camera choose everything. I'm just not a fan. It always seems like it grabs the wrong spot. The player behind or the player in front rather than the one that it really should be focused on. And so most of the time, I'm on a continuous mode. I don't worry about the 3D tracking. Sometimes, although I have adjusted the, don't remember what the setting is called. Basically, it's the lock-on setting. A lot of times you'll have someone or something in front of the subject for a split second. And so, I've played with that setting a little bit, depending upon what I'm shooting. But for the most part, I stick with the continuous mode and a single point, and I put the point where I want them to be, where I think they're gonna end up. And a lot of times it's just a matter of practicing with that right thumb and making sure that you're kind of following and paying attention to that. That's why I prefer to use the shutter priority focus rather than the rear focus, so that I can keep moving. With a multi-selector, keep moving my focus point and not have to move from the multi-selector to the focus and back and forth. That way I can keep my thumb right on that focus on the multi-selector to keep moving that point around. And so I'm just not a fan. If it works for you, great. I've not had good luck with it, allowing the camera to choose and go into 3D tracking and all that stuff. Granted, the newer cameras are much better, especially when the subject is coming at you. And I've had a lot more success and a lot less issues when someone is rapidly coming at me, or say any kind of movement, any subject movement where they're coming at you, which is the hardest for the camera to follow and of course keep sharp, because when they're coming right at you, there's that split second between the camera actually stopping its focusing and locking its focus and the shutter actually going off. So I don't have that problem with the high-end cameras. You might have that a little bit more of an issue with, say, a D7100 or a 7D or something like that, whereas the higher Pro models aren't going to have as many issues with that. But for the most part, I stick with the basics, single point, continuous focus, and go. I'm sick of buying softboxes. What other lighting can I use? I have a strange feeling that Whisperer's Closet here actually had more of an issue with the results of the lighting that he's getting, rather than sick of actually buying the softboxes. I think it's the probably boring results or consistent results that he's getting, and he needs something a little bit more creative rather than getting something different. So if that's the case, you need to get away from that softbox, and that's 100% right. Every single lighting modifier as well as tool in photography has a use, and don't be afraid to try something different, to put it in a different situation. Maybe try putting that softbox on the background rather than on the foreground. You know, you have soft boxes, you have umbrellas, you have snoots, you have grids, you know, you got gels, you've got reflectors and scrims, and you've got so many different things you can do with lighting. And we're just talking about studio. You know, you can also use a cookie, where a cookie is you put something in front of the background light to produce a different pattern on the background. I showed you that link earlier today with that big, huge reflector, where you can use it as a screen or as a reflector. And so my point is that keep looking for that light. Here's a really good video on seeing the light. It's actually my most popular video. I don't know how many views it has right now. I haven't looked at the number of views, but easily my most popular video. And so the big thing is keep trying, keep looking for it. Maybe it's window light you need. Maybe you need to get away from flash altogether and you need to go to just available light. Maybe it's vice versa for you. If you're bored with it, change it up, get some different light, find a different location, maybe a different subject. I just have a feeling that it's not the softbox itself or that this guy is sick of buying. It's the light results that are coming out. So check out this video on seeing the light. Try some of my photo assignments. You know, try and get yourself into the groove a little bit more again. And I think you'll find yourself to be more creative and seeing the light more, practicing more, getting better results, and much happier with your photography if you keep shooting. Because when you're presented, the more practice you have, basically, more practice, the better you're going to be able to see what to do and how you want to shoot it and do something creative with that situation. So that's my kind of rant and idea for the day. Greg Cazillo, Cazillo.com. Thanks, guys. Keep shooting. Happy Independence Day.